Oleg is back to talk about food options because, as I said, there's a concession stand on every corner at, I don't know, swimming pools, baseball games, Adventureland. It doesn't matter where you go, there's always a kid asking you for Doritos or a pop or a bomb pop or whatever.
Exactly.
And it's okay to do those things once in a while, but by the time the summer is over, I mean, do you really want them to consume that much fat and sodium and sugar? So I asked Heather to come and give us some easy options first to carry with us when we're on the go. And then we will also be making some food as well and get a little help. So you put this all together, tons of options that aren't Doritos and bomb pops and pop.
Right.
So what do we have?
What I kind of wanted to get the picture for you is make a little goodie bag to go. You can have your little reusable bag. Like I have a little reusable bag that goes with me to the ballpark for the entire weekend, right? And it's got snacks to take on the go. So we kind of have a mixture of a lot of shelf-stable foods, right? Because when you're out in the sun and it's 90 degrees, you don't want things that are melting.
And I don't want to find a disaster in my purse later. So these are things that won't go bad right away.
They won't. So
my kids love these.
I brought the goldfish because this is intended to make a trail mix for. So you get the colored ones, you get the whole grain ones, and my kids want these. These are the Fiesta flavored, the Flavor Blast. They try to pick those out first, so you got to mix up the bag really good. Okay, so those are great. Those will be shelf stable, or you can of course buy your own pre-bought trail mix.
Okay.
Crackers with peanut butter, get a nice carbohydrate and good protein and fat combination.
You're a total dietitian, aren't you?
Well,
See,
I am a
it
peanut
makes you
butter.
happy when they get all of that stuff in one bite, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I am a peanut butter fan too, so you notice peanut butter in my themes. We've got nut clusters here.
Okay.
We have protein bars.
Okay.
We have,
and over here,
these, now we also need a little cooler, okay? So you bring a little cooler, not only for drinks, but for something like yogurt tubes. You don't need a spoon, you just rip it open and they suck it up and they love it. It's wonderful. Fruit, if you can bring along some fruit. And I brought the grapes and the cherries and the bananas specifically because these just need to be rinsed and you take them on the go and they'll be fine. If you're gonna bring juice, make it 100% juice. The beverages I have here are no added sugar or low amount of calories. Good old plain old water is great, of course, too. Would be your first preference. So again, these are just some things that you want to put in your bag, have it ready to roll. And the other thing, let them help you pack the bag. That way, they have invested in the time. They're part of the choice. They're part of the choice. They're going to know the rules and are going to be less likely to push back.
And hello, cheaper.
Absolutely.
I totally like cheaper. So what we're going to do now is clear all this stuff off. And the other thing that the challenge I gave you was, you know, things that kids can make that are good for them and are easy to do. So I don't have to worry about, you know, someone burning the house down or something like that. So when we come back, this will all be cleared off and I'm going to have a helper come in and help me whip something up to eat, a chef. Back after this. All right, we've cleaned off the table and we have a couple things that Heather's going to help us with to make easy foods that kids can make.
Right.
And we've already made one of them before and I've tasted it and it's awesome. So that's this right here. It's in a cup, but go ahead and start telling me about this.
This one is super simple and basically it's a protein-packed pudding. I started with sugar-free Jell-O, cinnamon roll flavored. What kid doesn't like cinnamon rolls? Okay, or adult.
And they've been sampled by children already.
Yes. So what I did was to 2 cups of the pudding in our little cup. And then what we did to boost the nutrition and the protein is using also a cinnamon flavored protein powder. This uses stevia, so there's no sugar in it. And simply the little scoop comes with it, dump it all in, give it a stir, and then
we grabbed these pita chips, these cinnamon pita chips, and then you just dip it in there and eat it, and it's really, really good. And it's got protein, dairy,
calcium, protein, calcium, and the good carbohydrates from the Jell-O. So,
so
but
really,
not too many, not sugar. So it's going to be good.
I mean, I think it's a really good breakfast food or a snack.
You could dip it with graham crackers too.
Right,
would be
to make
also
it a little
very
more
good.
desserty.
Yeah, yes. So either way would be great.
Now
So this is something the kids can make on their own even, or you can make up a big
Very
batch of
easy.
it and leave it in the refrigerator so they can get at it whenever they want to.
All right, well, I think that's a really good idea. Now, I did promise you that there would be a chef on site, so come on, it's my 14-year-old son, Andrew, and he has designs to become a chef someday, possibly. And so here we are on air together, right, son?
Start the career.
And
Let's do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you have nachos.
A nacho sundae.
Right, so not the nachos
Right,
that
not
mother used to
traditional.
make. Okay,
Right.
so
we're gonna,
putting
of course,
Andrew to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
put a little nutritional twist onto it.
Right.
So Andrew, we are gonna start with our
Some
cinnamon
chips on,
pita
right?
chips. So
Okay.
just spread those out on the plate. Now, this is gonna be made for a crowd. So we're gonna do it on a plate just like you would a normal, natural nacho plate. If you were gonna do this by yourself, you could just do it in a bowl. Next, my friend chef, we've got some vanilla,
And you're gonna use
yogurt,
that?
and we're just
Okay.
gonna dollop it around there, top it on there.
Okay.
I don't think there's any wrong way to do it.
There's no wrong way to do
Just
it.
how much yogurt do you want? And what kind of yogurt
This
is
is
this?
vanilla.
Okay.
It's vanilla. It is low sugar, right? It uses a sugar substitute. You could also use strawberry flavored because we are using strawberries on our nacho plate.
Okay, I think
Obviously,
we've got that.
you could twist it up and do blueberries or whatever fruit that you like or that you have on hand.
Okay. And then we just put these on top.
Yep, strawberries go on top. And again, there's no right or wrong way. You really don't even need a recipe for this. You know, I'm really not a recipe gal. So
It's like
you
even a
just
14-year-old can do it.
Exactly, exactly. Looks beautiful.
And it looks gorgeous too.
Yes.
And then finally, last but not least, Andrew, put a little
just
coconut
put
shreds
some
on
coconut
there.
on.
And if a kid doesn't like coconut,
Oh, leave it off. Yeah, my
but
kids.
is there a substitute that comes to mind? Like, I don't know, peanuts might be good.
Oh
or-
yeah, absolutely. Peanuts would be great. My kids would not be doing the coconut either. But again, it's
That's
you
beautiful.
use what you like. Maybe even you did some yogurt covered raisins
Right.
or cranberries or dried blueberries.
Right.
You know, choices are endless. Whatever you have on hand, whatever you like.
And do you know what's next, Andrew, in the sequence
We
of
have to eat
events?
it?
Okay. I know you were waiting.
Good job. Good
So
job.
go ahead and grab one and give it a try. I'm going to
Do
try
the
one
taste
too.
test.
Okay.
Take a bite.
Being messy, it's all good, right?
I
Nice.
apologize for the crunch, but it's really good. It's
Nice
excellent.
mix of the sweet and the crunchy and the cinnamon.
Good textures.
Okay.
So not bad.
No,
You think
it's
you could
good.
make that for the friends that came over?
Right. That'd be awesome. Really good.
And it'd be
too.
a fun dessert to make together for a family, right? You're making the main meal, Andrew's in charge of the dessert, and everybody's
easy.
happy.
Well, Heather, you gave me some really good ideas, and the viewers some really good ideas for easy nutritional snacks for the summer. So now it's up to you. A little bit of planning, and then maybe a little bit of salesmanship. I would say if I described this meal or this little snack for Andrew, I'm not sure he would have been super excited about it.
Right.
But once you taste it,
It's delicious.
And when you do the work, you're more invested in it, right?
Right.
You get to see what actually goes into it and know that it's gonna taste good, and you've invested time in it, so you're more willing to try it probably.
and again, you win the challenge. You come up with another thing. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
And so here we are at the end of another episode. I think that we gave you some really awesome ideas to have a productive and enjoyable time with your family, keeping them sharp, maybe doing some staycation and also some healthy, nutritious snacks. And don't forget that if you want information about the experts or the information that we shared in this episode, just go to neadinspiration.com, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Nead Inspiration. We're proud to bring a new episode each and every week. Stop into Des Moines Motors and see our incredible line of noble cars, electric motor vehicles, and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. We'll see you on the next episode of Nead Inspiration.